Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. Time to spill some beer, and I am not ashamed of that. We're drinking out of a crowler, and I spill every single time. I tried taking Darwin's tutorial class on it, and it hasn't worked any time, so sorry, Darwin. I spill fucking crowlers. That's just the way it goes. From Fieldwork Brewing in Berkeley, California. If you guys aren't familiar with Berkeley, if you know where Oakland is, it is north of Oakland. This is kind of a fun beer for me to review because I am a Northern California kid at heart. I was born and raised in the South Bay area, and then I moved to Sacramento. A bunch of my wife's family still lives up near San Francisco, so I love me some Berkeley, California. But this is one of they call it a Northeast IPA. It is Pulp. 6.9%. This was canned or crowlered on August 18th, so right about 3 weeks old. Beer comes courtesy of my buddy Scott. Scott, thank you so much for sending this. We've done some beer trades, and he had mentioned that Fieldwork was doing some cool New England style beers. I looked on their website to see if I could find any information about this, but I think that since they had it on and they were filling crowlers, as soon as it was gone, they took it down from their website. So I don't know what this is hopped with, unfortunately. It just says it's a Northeast IPA, and it's 6.9%. So, yeah, stoked to check this one out. Scott has actually sent me a Fieldworks crowler before, and I reviewed it, and my mic was shut off the entire time I was reviewing that, so I lost that review, which is a bummer. I can't tell you guys how many reviews I've lost because of that. Probably 4 or 5 of them where something happens to my microphone and there's no audio, so it's a bummer. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's done that, so hopefully you guys that review beers, you're in the same boat. Hopefully I'm not that big of an idiot, but it wouldn't surprise me if I was the only one that was doing it. So let's see if we can do this. We're going to pour it from the side like Darwin says, because he says that doesn't spill, and it spilled every time I've tried it, so here we go. Look at that. It might have worked this time. I mean, there was one little drip at the bottom, but there you go. How about that, Darwin? Didn't spill that one. Thanks, pal. You're the best. I will say, though, since it was so full and I went to kind of pour that hard, we got a good finger and a half of head on that. And this is very, very carbonated. Tons and tons of bubbles. But yeah, I mean, it looks like pineapple juice. It's that hazy straw, pale yellow color. Like I said, probably a finger and a half when it was first poured. Starting to dissipate, super, super fluffy, bright white head, just pillowy, pillowy head. So it looks like a New England style beer. It is completely opaque. You cannot see anything through that. So far, so good, Fieldworks. Like I said, no idea what this is hopped with, so let's go ahead and shove our nose in it and see if we can figure it out. We're not going to be able to figure it out. So it's called Pulp, and it smells like orange juice. I'm guessing this is probably like Citra, Amarillo. It is. It's orange juice, orange peel, like pithy, earthy oranges. There's some sweet tangerines in there. This reminds me sort of like a lighter aroma. This might still be a little bit chilly too. I'm going to hold it in my hand and we'll just kind of talk about it. Kind of reminds me just off the bat of like a lighter version of Julius, which I know is kind of high praise, but that's just what it kind of reminds me of. I know it's called Pulp. Maybe they're going for that whole orange thing. Let's see if we can get this to warm up a little bit. But yeah, if you guys have never been to Berkeley, if you ever go up to Northern California, Rare Barrel is there. And if you're into sours, definitely check them out because Rare Barrel is amazing. But yeah, Berkeley's right across. I don't know if it's considered across the bay from Oakland. But if you're up there during baseball season, you can go see the A's, the Giants. The Niners used to be sort of up near there, but they moved to Santa Clara, even though they're still called the San Francisco 49ers, which makes no sense. So this is starting to warm up a little bit. Yeah, it's oranges. It's orange peel, tangerine. There's like a sweet kind of bready, kind of crackery thing in there too. But near 7%, there's no booze to be found. I will say it's not like crazy explosive, but it's definitely when you're smelling what you're smelling, it's there. It's just not leaping out of the glass. So yeah, I'm excited to check this one out. Scott, thank you so much, sir. Cheers. Ooh, that's good. That's so easy drinking. It just tastes really, really light, refreshing, which sounds dumb, but citrus is there. It's oranges and it's like sweet tangerines. Middle of the mouth, you get a nice pop of that bitter, earthy, kind of resinous, dank thing. I don't know the IBUs on this, but kind of sits on your tongue for a second. Finish is super clean with like that sweet kind of tangerine-y kind of juice thing. The pithiness is awesome. I like that kind of bitterness. It's not overpowering bitterness, but it's basically like drinking, if you were to like just take fresh squeezed orange juice and like, when we go to restaurants, my kids, they like orange juice, but they have us put a little bit of water in it to kind of dilute it, because sometimes fresh squeezed orange juice is like super, super intense. And so I'll always take some ice water and like dilute it with the orange juice, and I'll like taste it, and that's what this tastes like. Not to say that it's watery tasting, but it, like if you've ever had orange juice and you've diluted it with water to kind of like mellow it out, it tastes like watered down orange juice, which I know sounds bad for a beer, but it's not a bad thing. It is. The sweet, I like the sweet citrus though. It's like those California cuties. It's sweet citrus, but it's just citrus. It's a citrus bomb. Like I said, oranges, tangerines, with an awesome like green, kind of grassy, herbaceous. See, now that it's warming up a little bit, it is. You get like this cool, like herbaceous, grassy, earthy, West Coast kind of dank resinous thing. Nothing overpowering. Definitely doesn't taste like a San Diego IPA. Because you're getting like that kind of bready, crackery, malty thing on the finish, which is cool. It kind of balances out that like big, total juicy thing. But this is really, really good. This is killer. Really, really easy drinking, especially for 7%. I will say for when they're calling it Northeastern, a little thin for what guys in New England are doing. It's not like that medium, full mouthfeel. But I do, the more that this warms up, the more that you're getting that awesome earthy, resinous kind of West Coast thing right on the middle of your tongue, and then as it finishes with that kind of dry, crackery, bready thing. Really, really good stuff though. I enjoy this a lot. This is awesome. Is it world class? No, but it's definitely, for me, it's an A beer. This is like a 91, 92. If I was in Berkeley and they had this on, I would go there every single day and drink this and be stoked on it. If they could kind of up the mouthfeel, and maybe get more of like that juicy thing going on. Like the flavors are there, and it definitely has like that orange juice kind of thing. But when I know I said it like reminded me of like watered down orange juice, which isn't a bad thing, and it's not a bad thing. It's really, really good and super easy drinking. But if you're like comparing it to the heavy hitters in New England, it's not like that crazy pungent, juicy like explosion that you get with a lot of those beers. So I'm gonna go 92 on this one. Really, really good stuff. Awesome first beer to review from Fieldwork. Oh, it's Fieldwork. I thought it was Fieldwork. Sorry, guys. Fieldwork. Established 2014, so they're fairly new. So yeah, if you're in the Berkeley area, definitely check them out. If you guys have had Pulp, yeah, Pulp from them, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. If you've had any beer from Fieldwork, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of their other beers. I have one other beer from them to review that he sent, so looking forward to that one. Awesome stuff from them. Really, really enjoyed this one, so thanks so much, Scott, for sending it. So I'm out here, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Cheers.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.